Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Alexandra. Thank you so much for joining me today, my beautiful collective. So, we're going to get right into some tarot card messages from your person today. So let's see, what do they want to say to you? Holy shit, something horrible has happened between you guys, that's what. Alright, let's get into this. It is never, okay, never a good sign, collective, when the first card out, you basically get your dang 10 of spades here, which is basically 10 of swords, okay? So look, here's poor Charlie Brown, my goodness. Look, he's like totally trapped, okay, by all these spades here. He's looking like, what the fuck just happened to me? Like, these spades literally, like, just came out of fucking nowhere, okay? And, I think that's exactly the energy that I'm kind of getting from this card is your person's thinking, what the fuck happened here? So, I get like blindsided energy, almost like they didn't even see this coming. They didn't know what the fuck happened here. They're trying to make sense of it, but literally, I mean, look at this guy, right? He's like just kind of staring like, oh my god, what happened? What do I do now? Kind of energy here. And I feel like your person's feeling a little bit clueless, like almost kind of like whatever happened between the two of you, literally, okay, it like just took him by surprise. Okay, so I don't know what the heck happened here, collective, but it's like your person wasn't prepared for it and they didn't see it coming, which I find kind of odd, right? Because literally right beside this, energy, we have here the Five of frickin' ass wands. And so this energy talks about fighting, conflict energy. So, it is really, really odd. Because like I said, the energy I felt here was that your person feels like they were blindsided, like they didn't know what the hell happened. And yet this energy tells me that you guys have been like arguing. You guys have been, like fighting, having issues for a while now. So I don't know if maybe this is just like denial energy. I mean, if you guys were already kind of going at it with bats, obviously this was inevitable. Okay, it was going to happen regardless. So I don't know. I guess your person is like they are in denial for sure. I feel like maybe they thought that, these arguments, these fights would just maybe resolve themselves and maybe the two of you would eventually work it out. But, this tells me that you guys have been fighting for a while, and that's why you guys are, in this state right now where you guys are not together. You guys are broken up, and, the energy here is that your person is left like, practically feeling like he's in the dark almost. But again, I feel like maybe it's some sort of a defense mechanism. Like he just doesn't want to admit his part in this, right? He'd rather kind of like play dumb, like, oh, I didn't know what happened, or what, we were fighting and then the next thing I know we're broken up, like just trying to rationalize it even though they know exactly why you guys broke up. All right, so we also have here the Hierophant, which, so, I think one of the things then probably that you guys were fighting about, because it literally came right beside this, Five of Wands, is that, so, I like to call this my marriage card, collective. And so makes me think that maybe you guys were fighting about the fact, that maybe one of you, okay, wanted to be official, wanted to get into some sort of a committed relationship, and the other person did not, or they weren't sure yet. Okay, so, I almost feel then like maybe it's you, collective, that wanted to be in a committed relationship. That's why you guys were fighting about it, because, I don't know, maybe your person, for whatever reason, just was not ready to get into that kind of a serious relationship with you yet. So, this card here tells me that, this was probably the main reason why you guys were, like, going at it. And I guess your person, I don't know, it's like they felt like you would just kind of tough it out with them, like you were okay with being in whatever it is you two were in, but there was no label on the relationship. So it makes me think that maybe you guys were friends with benefits, or maybe just like really, really casually dating. So it was not official. You wanted it to be, but your person did not, or wasn't ready, or whatever it was. And, I kind of feel like all this fighting, probably you got tired of it, collective. And you just thought, you know what? Why am I arguing about this? I mean, I've already told you my stance. You know where I stand. You know I want to be with you. But if you're not gonna, kind of agree with me on that, then I'm gone. So I think you left. All right. Um, and so then, over here, we've got like the freaking page of spades here. Jeez, man. So, collective, this card, I mean, I basically like to call it my stalker card, right? And look at Linus, man. He looks pissed off for some reason, right? And, that's not normally what this card kind of conveys, so it's kind of interesting imagery to have here. More broadly, this talks about somebody who's, like, very, very curious, right? Also, somebody who, can be quite childish, actually. So, I kind of feel like this is probably your person's energy here. Like, like I said, they're in this energy of, okay, it's done, it's over, but they don't want to admit it. They don't want to, like, take blame for it. So they're kind of in this energy of, like, being, like I said, almost like a kid. Like, oh, it's not my fault. Bratty energy, actually. And I almost kind of feel too like they are spying on you too. So it's odd energy here where on the one hand, I mean, they're like just trying, okay, not to take any accountability for what happened. But on the other hand, it's like they can't help but spy on you too, I guess. To see if maybe you've moved on, to see if maybe you've hooked up with somebody else, maybe even see if you're still kind of waiting around for them potentially. And I say that because what we have here is the King of Pentacles, and I call this my husband card. So it's like with this card coming out here and the goddamn Knight of Cups, I mean, it's giving me vibes that maybe your person has realized now that, wait a minute, maybe I did want to be with the collective, and I just, I didn't know it at the time, but now I do, okay? Because what we have here is, like I said, my husband card and the Knight of Cups, which is like my Romeo card, basically, okay? So you have the two of these together, and what you have is like a very, very romantic suitor, basically. So, the other thing, too, I get from this is that the Knight of Cups literally, okay, came right under, this fighting conflict card. So I also feel, collective, that one of the things you guys were probably arguing about was the fact that maybe your person wasn't that romantic with you, okay? Maybe wasn't that attentive to you and your needs. They probably came across as like quite cold and possibly even uncaring, and I don't think that is how your person wanted to appear to you, but that's just the way it came across. And that's another reason why you guys were fighting all the time, was because you thought that your person didn't care. But these two cards showing up here side by side, for that matter, right? And right under these conflict cards tells me that, what, I think that your person has realized now that, yeah, they do want to be with you, right? And they're definitely having second thoughts about the whole thing. And the thing is that, with the Two of Pentacles coming out here, like, this card is all about balance, right? And trying to figure out, like, what are your priorities. So I feel like at the time, your person probably didn't know how to balance things out with you. They probably had a lot going on in their lives, and they weren't even sure what the hell was going on, okay? So, trying to figure things out with you was probably just as difficult. So now that it's all said and done, though, I feel like they want to balance it out. They want to make you the priority, right? Because remember, I said the Hierophant was like my marriage card, okay? And more broadly, like a commitment, okay? So I think that they want to prioritize you now. They want to, make you a part of their life, make you a very important part of their life. And the thing is that they are like going to rush towards you for it. Knight of Spades energy here. And So this knight is somebody who like just rushes forward into it, okay? Whatever it is that they're trying to go towards. So, you know, all these cards here basically tells me that they want to make you a priority and they are going to rush towards you to make it happen. So, yes, they're in this energy right now where, you know, they're kind of like blindsided about what happened between the two of you. But at the same time though, I mean, like I said, they're slowly starting to figure out that, wait a minute, you know what? I actually do want to be with the collective. And, you know, this card tells me here that, like, they are past, okay? They're past spying on you, past being bratty and childish. They've, you know, moved up, right? Because, you know, the next step up from a page is a knight, okay? So, you know, we're progressing here. And so this is a card about action being taken. So collective, if they haven't reached out to you yet, then expect them to reach out to you. And not just that, but you can expect that they're going to be like racing towards you to make it right with you. Because believe me, they do not want to be stuck in this energy, you know? Like, they realize that the longer that the two of you are apart, the worse it's going to be for them. The harder it is going to be for them to apologize to you and make things right with you. So that's why, like, you know, this is like Godspeed energy, right? Like, they're going to rush towards you, they're going to make it right with you, and hopefully, you will take them back. You know, the thing about this is that actually I don't feel your energy here at all, you know, other than the fact that you kind of showed up here, you know, in this fighting energy. But otherwise, all this energy is your person's. So you're not even in the picture anymore, collective. So it's already going to be, you know, difficult for your person to kind of reach you, to kind of get their point across at this point, right? But, you know, if you want your person back, then yes, they are on their way to you. However, if you basically had it with your person and, you know, you're like done with them, then, I mean, that's your prerogative, obviously, but just look for them to come back and probably try to apologize to you to make it right with you, okay? And, you know, I mean, it's not a horrible thing, right, to at least have your person come back and admit to you, you know, that they were wrong, right? So, yeah, collective, that's what I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed this one. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll talk soon. Bye.